Keep an eye on those mailboxes because today mail-in ballots are being sent out. Find out locations to drop yours off around Pullman.
And how student loan forgiveness will help students around campus, coming up on Murrow News 8.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Good afternoon, I'm Reese Holmes.
And I'm Jonah Oakleaf. Welcome to Murrow News 8.
The ballot boxes have reappeared throughout Pullman. We go now to Aaron Monson, who has some more information on that. Aaron, where can people drop off their ballots?
The ballots for next month's vote-by-mail election have been sent out today, and one of the drop boxes to mail them in is right here on campus outside the Cub. The one statewide race to be determined in November is the race between longtime Democrat U.S. Senator Patty Murray, who's being challenged by Republican Tiffany Smiley for the Washington State Senate position. Mail-in ballots have to be returned by November 8th, and the locations for that can be spread across Pullman. One of them is downtown Pullman on Paradise Street, and the other one is by the old Dismore's location. Ballots must be on November 8th, so make sure to get them in time. Back to you guys at the desk.
President Joe Biden recently launched the student loan forgiveness website. Murrow News 8 reporter Derek Joseph looked into what this means for students.
On Monday, President Joe Biden launched the website where students can apply for the Student Loan Forgiveness Plan, which offers up to $10,000 of relief to low and middle income borrowers. This news comes as a relief to students like Damian Alvarado, who needs all the help he can get to pay off his loans.
The past 4 years, I believe my student debt would be around $110,000.
President Biden's Student Loan Forgiveness Plan offers up to $10,000 worth of relief for students. So for those who have a smaller pile of debt like this one represented here, $10,000 worth of relief could mean that they don't have that much left to do after their relief comes through. But those with bigger piles, they might have a lot of work to do even after they get their relief from the government. Damien is one student likely to be eligible for the $10,000 loan forgiveness, and he expresses what relief of that size would mean for him and his family.
With how much school costs now and how much it is worth to have a degree, I think for me this helps out so much because it could shave off, a good $10K, and then even for my mom and dad, it helps them out by shaving off that debt.
Phil Weiler, the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at WSU, expressed what it means to the school to have students receive this debt relief.
So I think it's going to be a good thing if we can address that in a way that basically frees up the economic vitality of these, all these college graduates, and really giving them the ability to get out there and kind of move on with their lives.
According to Forbes, over 12 million people and counting have already applied for student loan forgiveness. Reporting in Pullman, I'm Derek Joseph, Murrow News 8.
Pullman police have recently found enough evidence to file charges in the Pullman high school rape case, saying that there is enough evidence to consider a third-degree felony rape charge. However, detectives at Pullman PD say the assault happened at someone's house rather than the school it was originally reported at. It is now up to the Whitman County Prosecutor's Office to press charges.
Yesterday afternoon, there was a car accident on North Grand Avenue between Northeast Stadium Way and Larry Street. Police report that the car had driven off the road and hit a utility pole, pulling down overhead power lines. The resulting backup on Grand caused a school bus to stall, which only added to the traffic jam. Since 4 p.m. yesterday, the jam has in fact been cleared, with neither the children on the school bus nor the driver being injured.
A WSU student is suing Pullman PD after a road rage arrest. 28-year-old Daniel Ruhana was arrested after he reportedly got out of his vehicle and struck a victim 20 times in the face. He then returned to his vehicle and fled the scene. Pullman PD refutes the claim that the arrest was fraudulent. The case is still ongoing, and Ruhana scheduled a court date for October 27th. There is nothing scarier than a mental health slump, and WSU recognized this by rolling out a new service to help students struggling with mental health. Here's a closer look.
It's safe to say that a college campus can be a place of stress for students.
Between large workloads and difficult classes, it can really take a toll on someone's mental health, particularly after the COVID-19 pandemic put a wrench in everyone's plans. Here at WSU, we have the CAPS program to help students who are struggling with their mental health. However, students have found this service to be unreliable at best.
Then I tried to schedule it, and they never got back to me, and they're like, oh, wait time's a year, come back next year.
That was Aaron Monson, a student who sought help through the school when he started to struggle with his mental health. Aaron's largest issue with CAPS was that they were hard to access, with the rescheduling process throwing him on a year-long waitlist. Well, recently WSU rolled out their newest mental health service, Protocol Plus, a website that anyone can access on their phones, so you can finally give those ESAs a rest. The service, which in essence gathers several other services in one place, informs students of their access to help hotlines through WellTrack Help Now and CAPS, WellTrack Boost, an app to help manage depression and anxiety, Togetherall, an anonymous chat room and safe space to talk with other students about mental health issues, and WellTrack Connect, or the Shrink Space, which connects you with an off-campus professional that may fit your needs better. Students like Aaron are hopeful for the service, but a little skeptical after his brush with CAPS. I reached out again to Aaron to get his opinions on Protocol Plus. When he got back to me, this is what he had to say. If they want it to really work, then they have to seriously monitor it at all times, and maybe even have a dedicated team for it. With better accessibility and more options to choose from, only time will tell if Protocol Plus will truly meet students' needs. This has been Reese Holmes, reporting for Murrow News 8. WSU is dropping its vaccination requirement, but not for everyone. At the end of the month, staff at WSU will no longer be required to have the vaccine. However, for students on campus, it will still be required. This change was announced at the same time that Governor Jay Inslee announced that the COVID emergency orders would be lifted this month on the 31st. WSU says the change is due to successful vaccination efforts during and after the pandemic.
The Moscow Police Department is seeking the public's help in identifying a woman and man in a shoplifting investigation. The Idaho Walmart reported the case last Saturday afternoon, and the search is still underway, with the Moscow police asking that if anyone can help identifying these individuals, that they come forward and aid in the investigation.
The city of Moscow's fall burning season is starting today. The city says that only yard waste is allowed to be burned, and somebody must always be at the burn pile with either a water supply or fire extinguisher on hand. Burning can only take place during the day, and the season will end Sunday, November 20th.
If you have a free moment and a few extra bucks, it may be worth swinging by the Pullman Depot yard sale on Saturday. The Pullman Depot Heritage Center will be hosting this yard sale from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to raise funds for programs that partner with Pullman Depot. Volunteers and donors have gathered all sorts of goods to sell. They only ask that you use the Whitman Street entrance when you get there. So good luck treasure hunting, Cougs.
WSU minority students may have found a safe haven in the Compton Union building. Here's Allison Martinez with more.
October 15th marked the end of Hispanic Heritage Month. WSU junior Monique Ledesma says she didn't feel celebrated for her heritage this past month or any other.
I feel like we're just used to it. Because, we don't really expect nothing.
Monique is a member of Kappa Delta Chi, a multicultural sorority on campus for Latinx women. Monique says the separation between traditional Greek organizations and multicultural organizations like her own is very apparent.
Because I feel like we're just, to ourselves, and, we're both Greek life, but, we're very, divided.
It seems like multicultural is always just, to the side, and the traditional Greeks get all the attention and everything.
When members of ethnic minority groups needed it the most, they found a safe haven right here on the 4th floor of the Cub.
We do have the 4th floor that's all multicultural, different centers. So that's really nice because it gives us a place to go up there and bond with other people that can relate to us.
Monique says she questioned whether WSU was a school for her, but everything changed once she connected with other Hispanic students on campus.
And I was like, oh, I found my people. So it just felt really home. It felt really warm. It gave me the sense okay, I could stick it out here.
I don't feel alone here because of the people that I surround myself with. because I know that we can relate to each other.
All of WSU's multicultural organizations open their arms to any prospective members.
Students who want to feel more included and things like that.
When we come back, we'll take a look at how Seb's comedy show went.
And all the Halloween festivities to look forward to, next on Murrow News 8.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah! Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
The Student Entertainment Board held its first stand-up comedy event this year. Our very own Aaron Monson has more.
Out on the Palouse as a student, you have to sometimes work to find some fun activities to do. Jerica Diakisto, the Spotlight Director for the Student Entertainment Board, runs events for students on campus.
Yeah, so this is my second year with Seb. I'm the Spotlight Director. There are like about 9 or 10 of us, and we all kind of do our own little thing. It's super exciting just because we are the Student Entertainment Board, so anytime any event happens, if it's usually through us, you know what I mean?
The Student Entertainment Board, better known as the SEB here on campus, is putting on a comedy show here at the Cub on the 19th this week. Let me show you what that's going to look like. Students participating in this event will get a chance to win $500 at the end if the audience votes them the funniest out of everybody. I got to meet a few of the contestants and got to learn who they are and what they plan on doing with the $500 prize money if they win.
My name's BG. I'm a licensed clown.
My name's Sarah Maradi, and I'm a sophomore.
My name's Ethan Teo.
Maybe buy some water. Pullman water is not great, so I like some water. That would be really nice.
Pay back student loans.
Rent.
Yeah, so it's actually Spotlight's first event of the year, which I'm super excited. We did one over summer, but this one's really kind of our get-going. I know it's kind of later in the semester too, but it's super exciting just because it's these different types of students, and they're able to kind of showcase their talent of being a comedian, making people laugh. I think this is a great time for us to have it too, just because it's right after midterms, you know, people are kind of getting, you know, they were anxious a little bit, and they just kind of want to do something that's more relaxed to hang out, and I think this would be a cool opportunity to do so. So we have 7 different comedians, student comedians, and then the audience, obviously, we'll have pizza and things like that.
The winner of the comedy event was a guy named John Brown. I got a chance to catch up with him at the end of the event and learn what got him into comedy and what he's going to do with this prize money.
Joe Rogan podcast, yeah, to be honest. Yeah, my YouTube is just full of stand-up, so yeah. To pay rent, honestly. Pay like the rent that $500 covers, you know, yeah.
Seb plans to keep doing events for the rest of the year, and they will be posted on their social media platforms. With Murrow News 8 in Pullman, I'm Aaron Monson.
No, this is not an episode of The Office. The Student American Veterinary School Medical Association, is holding its 8th annual 5K rabies run to raise money for Rabies-Free America. Time to check in for the run is at 9:30 a.m. and the run will begin at 10 o'clock a.m. in front of Boostad Hall, and there's a $20 registration fee. All proceeds go directly towards rabies research.
Tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. and again on Sunday at 5 p.m., the WSU Planetarium will be hosting Haunted Skies in Pullman. The event is focused on Halloween celestial origins, and guests are invited to learn about the rich traditions of the ancient Celts. Both space and sci-fi themed costumes are encouraged. Tickets are $5 at the door by cash or check, and all are welcome to attend.
Haunted Palouse is back. You can experience nights of terror throughout the haunted houses and a zombie hunt. Today is the first day, starting at 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. The event will also be happening on October 22nd, 28th, and 29th. And once again, all students and Pullman locals are encouraged to attend the Halloween extravaganza.
Another fun Halloween-themed event is being put on by the Pullman Humane Society this Saturday at the Gladish Community Center. Halloween is a puppy costume party where attendees are invited to bring along their furry friends for a light-hearted costume and howling contest. The dogs must be friendly and on a leash. The entry fee is $10 at the door per dog, and all proceeds will benefit animals in need. Online entry is also available at the Humane Society's website.
First it was sunny, now it's cold.
When we come back, Allison Martinez will give us a look at the change of weather on Murrow News 8.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
I'm sure you all have noticed the roller coaster that has been our weather here on the Palouse. But luckily, our weather person, Allison Martinez, is here to prepare you for the upcoming week. Allison, are we really going to be seeing snow this weekend like I've been hearing?
I'm afraid so. Sunday is the day. First snowfall of the year. All right, for all of you who are complaining that it didn't feel like fall in October, I have some good news for you. Your prayers have been answered, and then some. Those blue skies and sunny skies are over, and as we head into today, we're met with a great welcome of rain. The high will be 51 with a low of 32, and those winds will be kicking in as well, around 13 to 18 miles per hour. You're really going to be feeling it today, and that sun will set at 5:51 p.m. tonight. So make sure you're suited up for these conditions. Moving on to tomorrow, that rain will continue until we have another factor in the mix with snow at around 4 a.m. It will roll in and it will clear out at about 9 a.m. So if I were you, I would sleep in, just miss it completely, but up to you guys. The high will be a high of 47 degrees with a low of 29, and the sun will set at 5:49 p.m. Those winds will chill out a little bit, give you a bit of a break, but that rain will be going full force pretty much all day. Looking ahead across the state of Washington at our neighbors, starting in Olympia and Seattle, we'll see temperatures around low 50s. And as we move into Yakima and Tri-Cities, those temperatures as normal will raise a little bit to 55 and 60 in the Tri-Cities for our high around the state of Washington. Over in Pullman and Spokane, we have 54 in Spokane and 51 in Pullman. That rain is pretty consistent throughout the state, so like I said, make sure you're suited up for that. Now looking ahead at our 5-day forecast. Tomorrow, as we mentioned, that rain and snow is going to be kicking in full force. So it might be a good day to sit inside, do those fall festivities that you've been putting on the back burner before Halloween. On to Sunday, we'll have 48 degrees. That will be our break. So take that as you will. Moving on to the rest of the week, Monday through Wednesday, we have temperatures in the high 40s. And like I said, that rain will continue. So stay dry out there. Back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up next, we prepare you for tonight's volleyball match.
And find out what football player was named All-American next on Murrow News 8.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super, but I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Thanks for your patience.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
The women's volleyball team is coming back to Boulder tonight after traveling to the mountain schools. The Cougs are 5-0 at home this season so far, including a very impressive win against then number 12 ranked Oregon. The Cougs take on the Arizona schools this weekend, and tonight the Cougs will play Arizona. In the last 7 matchups between the Cougs and the Wildcats, the Cougs are 8-3. The first set is for 7 p.m. On Sunday, the Cougs will then take on the Sun Devils of Arizona State. The match tonight could mean more than just a win for the Cougs, but head coach and former WSU player Jen Greeny is just 1 win away from her 200th win as head coach for her alma mater. Go catch that volleyball game and cheer on Jen tonight. Last night, the women's soccer team lost to the Sun Devils 2-0. The Sun Devils scored 2 goals in the second half, while goalkeeper Nadia Cooper made 1 save for the Cougs. Margie DeRizio had 9 shots, while teammate Grayson Lynch had 4. The Cougs take on Arizona this Sunday at 12 p.m. This is also senior night for the soccer team, so thank you to those seniors, and as always, go Cougs. Men's golf is competing in the Stockton Invite. Currently, there are 4 Cougs that have scored under par. As a team, the Cougs are 7 under par and are tied for 4th place. Jaden Cafasio is currently tied for 8th as he is 3 under par. The second round started at 8 a.m. this morning, so go ahead and check out that social media for the men's golf team. We have a transfer. Cannon Katzer, who was an early season favorite for the Cougs, left the team. It was announced last night. Katzer walked onto the team and quickly became a top option for the Cougs in the tailback spot. Coach Dickert confirmed Thursday that Katzer was no longer on the team, but no further comment has been made. Jaden Hicks, the redshirt freshman safety, has been named to the mid-season freshman All-American second team. This was announced on Wednesday by College Football News. Hicks is one of 3 freshmen from the Pac-12 Conference to earn spots on the first or second defensive teams. Hicks enters this bye week second on the team with 44 tackles, the most among Pac-12 freshman defenders, along with 2 tackles for loss, 1 sack, and 2 breakup passes and 1 interception. There's been some changes at the Seahawks, and not everyone is happy about those changes. Murrow News 8 reporter DJ Rodman investigates Seahawk fan feelings.
Week 1 of the NFL season, the main headline was Russell Wilson's revenge game versus Seahawks. How'd that pan out? Well, take a look for yourself.
From 64,
McManus missed it. And the Seahawks are going to win this game. And you can't forget the 12th man.
Geno Smith was the backup to Russell Wilson for the entirety of last season, and he was the hero on September 12th, throwing 2 touchdowns and winning the game. That's not it, though. Smith didn't just outplay him in the opener, but is outplaying him this season. Smith's 10 total touchdowns and 3-3 record are outplaying Wilson's 5 total touchdowns and 2-4 record. Seahawks fans around are loving this out of Geno and seeing Russ's $230 million contract and awful play move on to Denver. I sat down with some Seahawks fans, and let's just say their words were not safe for the world. But I mean, some of them were happy that this was happening.
So when the trade first happened, I was pretty upset. Russ did a lot of things for our team and led us to two Super Bowls, so I was a little upset when it happened. I mean, we're 3-3 right now, so hopefully we can get back on top soon.
Seahawks fans are happy, and Broncos fans are wishing this trade never happened. Those draft picks and players were too much for mediocre play. It is still early in the season, so we'll see how each team pans out. Hopefully Broncos country can still ride, but we'll see. I'm DJ Rodman with Murrow News 8.
On Tuesday, the WSU women's basketball team will be in San Francisco for Pac-12 Media Day. The Cougs will be represented by head coach Cami Etheridge, along with senior Bella Murkatete and junior Charlize Ledger-Walker. Then on Wednesday, the WSU men's basketball team will also head to the Bay Area to take part in the annual Pac-12 Media Day. Representing the Cougs at that event will be junior TJ Bamba and sophomore Muhammad Gay, alongside fourth-year head coach Kyle Smith. Coverage on both events will be available across Pac-12 networks and the social media platforms of both teams.
Thank you so much, Kat. We will have more for you when we come back from the break.
Next on Murrow News 8.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
It is the end of the week, meaning that is Flu Shot Friday. You can get your flu shot at the Ellison S. Floyd Cultural Center from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Appointments are required, so make sure you get that scheduled through the Cougar Health Patient Portal. Before you get there.
Thank you guys so much for watching. If you missed anything in this or any of our previous broadcasts, you can always watch us on our YouTube channel.
More news can be found at nwpb.org/mn8. Have a good night.